I couldn't be a student and not be in recovery today, and I know that. Because I'm in recovery, I'm able to be a student. It's as simple as that. When I got done with treatment, I moved to Austin, Texas because of the Center of Students in Recovery here at UT. I came here and checked it out, and it just was exactly what I wanted in a new community, and it's been a pillar for my recovery, and without it, I don't know where I'd be.
When I came in to UT, I didn't know, I never planned to be sober. So, I mean, when things arose and I finally realized, that I can't drink or use drugs like normal kids, that, the only place that I knew that people would know, like, what I should do was CSR. So I kind of, saw what they were doing and tried to model, my actions on there, what seemed to be working for them.
It's like a safe harbor on campus. It's somewhere I can always come. It reminds me of my purpose in life, and it reminds me that, sometimes it reminds me, my life isn't that important. Sometimes it reminds me that I am important. It just always tells me what I need to hear. It's just safe.
Most kids don't know what recovery is. They think of AA as a bunch of old men or homeless people. They don't know that young people can stay sober and be happy, and showing them that is a really big thing.
I get to come to a place every week where people are doing the same things I am, going to school, staying sober, and I get to experience a kind of camaraderie that I usually don't have in most scenarios at school.
And coming to a place where there's a group of people that have fun without getting drunk all the time, and there's a way to have fun as a young person in college has been huge for me and being who I want to be.
I had resigned myself to the fact that college for me was not going to be typical because I didn't drink, and I was just going to go to class at UT. But as it turned out, I made friends with people in CSR, and we did things that were normal college kid things, like cheered for UT at football games, and we had cookouts, and we went camping, and we went on ski trips over Christmas break, and everything wasn't revolving around frat parties and drinking and stuff like that. And so CSR for me gave me a college experience.
I thought it was going to be different. I thought it was going to be hard being surrounded by alcohol, but you're surrounded by alcohol and drugs everywhere. You can stay sober anywhere. It's making school enjoyable.
I don't really feel that much different than the rest of my classmates. It's like one part of my identity. It's not all of who I am. I can drink, that's it. And the cool thing about CSR is that it's a group of a lot of people who found that out about themselves too. It's not, I don't think being an alcoholic is a weakness anymore. It's just a part of who I am.
Well, UT was known in the past as the #1 party school, and there's just this whole culture, drinking and using drugs, and a lot of people don't take it very seriously. But for me, it impacted my life.
I had no idea. I got sober my senior year in high school. I had no idea what it was going to be like coming into a university setting, especially one as notorious as the University of Texas, and what that was going to mean, and if I was going to have to worry about different things. And when I got here, I found CSR. And so through that process, I've come to realize that I don't need anything in particular that's different from any other student beyond this camaraderie and this fellowship that I find in CSR.
I thought it was going to be kind of difficult coming to a big university that where everyone supposedly drinks, but in reality, there's really no real issues anymore. If I tell people I don't drink, most of them just say okay. They don't even really ask why.
I used to be in a fraternity, and having a group of young people in recovery, helped replace that kind of environment that was really supportive and conducive towards, my disease.
Recovering students should come check out CSR, because even though we're sober, we still party. We have a great time, and get to know other people in recovery and just kind of spread the message. And it's our responsibility to help stuff like this grow, not only at UT but all over campuses all over the country.
Tuesday night, I get to walk out of the engineering world and come here and and meet with people, and talk to them about the issues that I'm having, or what I'm facing in life and the fears and things that I have, and get to walk through that with people where I don't usually do that in most of my classes. So.
A group of people who I love and who love me back, and we want what's best for each other. No matter what happens, we'll always be there for each other. I mean, that's it.
Anyone who comes in can feel that we're a community and we're friends, and there's bonds between us that you can't really explain.
Making friends has been the most important thing for me. I've realized that I never really knew what a real friendship looked like until I got sober, and I've had real friendships with people in CSR.
I'm sure a lot of people have said it before, but there's just a bond that you have when someone else is sober and you're sober. It's just like instant friendship. But the thing about CSR and members of CSR is that these are also like motivated students. It's not just another alcoholic, it's like smart, driven, sober people, and to me that's important.
And I could see that the people in CSR had something going on. They were laughing and smiling. I didn't expect that at all from alcoholics and drug addicts. It just completely blew me away.
It's a place where people who have struggled with their life, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, eating disorders, whatever, can come together and work on being young people.
I've realized that I love life and everything about it, and that even with all the terror and the tragedy in this world, that there's still solace in the people that make it up, in humanity. And without CSR or recovery, I would have never had these type of realizations, because my outlook on life was very dim, to say the least.
As a person, today I'm confident and I feel like I'm a leader, and that's because of what this group has given me.
Well, I've stayed sober, which I never thought I could possibly do that. But yeah, I've been sober for like 18 months now. That's a miracle in itself. Other than that, I've been able to focus on my schoolwork a lot. Before, I hardly ever even went to class. That was one of the reasons why, I realized that, I needed to get sober, because, I was failing out of school, and I didn't know how to maintain schoolwork.
I've gone to my classes, 8 o'clock classes, which is really difficult to do for me, or at least it was, so that's something.
The tools I learned from recovery, I can use in my schoolwork, and the honesty, the willingness, and the discipline are all things I learned in recovery and helped me in school. So.
I've made good grades. I've got to serve as social chair of this group. I worked in a lab on campus. I realized that I'm not limited.
It's really cool that people my age and people 20 years old, 25 years old that are still students are getting sober, and not that many people are doing it. And it's great to connect with people like that.
Teachers are noticing me in class. I'm actually able to perform, go to class on time, turn in my work on time, things that I never even thought I was capable of.
I never imagined that college life could be so good.
I've gotten some of the best grades I ever have at university. Wow. I mean, everything's just turned around completely. I've joined Texas Crew and was elected to an exec board position. It's helped me to just, regain some of that self-worth and the dreams that I had when I was growing up.
It's given me hope. It's given me a future. Like I said, I've been here for 2 years, and I've missed plenty of classes, and I've not turned in assignments, and I've failed exams and things of that sort because of my drug addiction and alcohol addiction. And now it just gives me a whole new life in perspective.
Actually enjoying class, that's a big one. I like going to class now for the most part. I don't know, living life and you know, finding new things that they can make life even better that's not drugs and alcohol. Getting out of my apartment is a pretty cool thing.
My dreams, I dream that I'm going to change the world.
I'm pretty much confident that I'm going to get through it. I'm going to be all right no matter what. So I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not like dreaming to be president or anything, but you know, I just want a happy future.
I plan on going to grad school, either in medicine or in physical therapy.
I'm getting ready to graduate in May, and I've secured an internship with a congressman on Capitol Hill. I filled out a application for the Peace Corps, and
I graduate next semester, so I'm going to continue school, and I want to be a psychologist one day.
I want to be an oil man. I call myself an oil man. You would agree.
And there's actually one more thing I wanted to say. Yeah, it's helped me take advantage of the Longhorn lifestyle. You know, being a University of Texas student, that I just couldn't do that when I was getting high every day in my room and, you know, getting wasted on the weekend.
Or anything else you want to say? I mean, go ahead.
No.
We all get in the same place.